my name is Jim Penrose, and today we're going to be talking about how social media links to the damage of communications. So what comes to mind when I say the word anxiety? Do you have anxiety? Have you ever experienced anxiety? Do you know somebody who has anxiety? Well, let me tell you, in today's world, in today's society, there has been more diagnosed cases of anxiety and depression than there ever has been in the past few decades. This is all due to social media. So, because social media creates a filter around the perfect life and aesthetic lifestyle, there are many teens who believe that they have to live out this way. Not only does it damage the minds of teens and young adults, but it also damages the lack of knowledge on how to spell, all due to one simple autocorrect. Okay, so first we're going to talk about why and how it damages social media communication. So social media has damaged forms of communication through the written word and of course face-to-face, because of course as humans we interact authentically face-to-face, while as people would think that the message would get delivered quicker through text messages, there are many scientific cases that this is not true. So if you have ever heard of a filter, it is a setting on some apps such as Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter that create this different outview on life. So the mindset that everything has to be perfect, because it can be such a damaging thing, especially for the young minds of age group, when an unrealistic perspective is created through the social media, and it can link to depression, anxiety, and the destruction of proper communication. So of course autocorrect has the ability to spell, which now decreases the knowledge on learning. So when there are different social media platforms, the percentages of the usage of different platforms, are no secret to the correlation to the suicides rate. As soon as Instagram was launched in 2007, the suicide rate soared to 56%, which is massive. So of course, most importantly, damaged mental health and communication are a lot more related than you think. So because once mental health is destroyed about themselves face-to-face, of course communication can plummet. So who uses social media? So 42% of the world's population uses social media. That's a whopping big number. That is almost 3 Chinas, the amount of 3 Chinas. That is huge. So of course we communicate in different ways. So there's the outer appearance, voice tone, body language, and we communicate through these things, but through text messages, we can't do this, and things can be taken out of context, which can create arguments, which can separate relationships, which can ruin relationships, friendships, families, you name it. So of course, not just the mental health, but the physical health as well. So scientists say that screen times can be harsh on the eyes, and they're not just saying this. There are multiple evidence-based researches that show that screen time can affect your eyes, because once staring at a screen for multiple hours at a time, it can affect our blinking, which can dry out the eyes, cause eye strain, headaches, stress, all things that can totally be erased if you just go outside. Scientists are now saying more time indoors can develop into nearsightedness. This has happened in multiple cases in children, especially because their eyes are fresh, and now that they are developing, they become more accustomed to the light inside, and the circadian rhythm can be thrown off, because once looking at a screen, your eyes detect as if it is daylight, and it can affect the sleep cycle, which is detrimental to a child's health. So of course, in conclusion, evidence-based research prove damages of communication. They can produce negative effects on the body, and of course they have impacted the ability to spell. It is a real thing, and it is damaging conversations, and it has damaged relationships all over the world, and friendships, as it has mine as well. And the percentages of people that use social media, there was no coincidence that these age groups experience anxiety and depression as much as they do. Thank you.